everyone. Today I'm going to be discussing the 2008 commencement speech for East Jessamine High School. I'm assuming that we have all graduated high school, and at our graduations there's probably someone or something that happened that was funny. And in this particular speech, the young man delivering the speech does a really great job of incorporating humor and lightheartedness. He uses jokes and stories to relate to his classmates. He uses a little bit of risky and inappropriate jokes and doesn't necessarily know his audience as well as he should. And he closes with a very well put together, serious and moving motivational tidbit. But the majority of the first half is funny, and he uses a lot of stories that he's pulled from his high school experience, the food fight in the cafeteria, and the time that his friend got sucker punched in the stomach, and all of these stories that all of his classmates are able to relate to. And it's a moment of reflection, and he does a really good job of connecting with the students, but for the rest of the audience, the family members and friends, they don't necessarily understand or know those stories, and so there's a little bit of a gap in his understanding of his audience because he's speaking more so to his students rather than the other audience members. The boy continues on to speak about how he's envisioned his graduation all of his life, and he's envisioned this moment and he's dreamt it. And when he says this, he's like, "I've dreamed about this day for all my life, but not that kind of dream." And he starts to move into this more inappropriate string of jokes and mentions the audience being naked and having to clean up after his dream. Even though the students are laughing at the joke, it's not necessarily the right time. So again, there's a little bit of a lapse in his understanding of the context of the situation and the audience. Though he did have a little bit of a gap with his inside jokes and his inappropriate mentions, he does a really great job at the end of tying it all together and pulling everyone back in on a serious note. At the end he says, "I want all of my memories to come from dreams I got to live out and reflect upon down the road. Live out your dreams quickly because we don't know how much time we have left. Congratulations and good luck. Not that any one of you all should need it." And he does a really great job at the end of bringing everyone back in and stepping aside from the funny and being like, "Okay guys, this is serious now. This is actually happening. We are actually graduating, and there's an actual life out there ahead of us." He does a great job with using good hand gestures and making sure that he's looking at different parts of the audience to connect with everyone. And he has very good vocals and energy and delivery, and he doesn't move too quickly or too slow. Overall, the young man does a very good job of engaging his audience, though he doesn't have a complete understanding of necessarily the appropriate time or appropriate setting for some of his jokes, but he does a great job of making sure that there's a balance between the serious as well as the funny inside jokes. "Remember when we did this? I can't believe we all actually made it." And overall, it received a great response from the audience. You can hear the applause at the end, and was overall a very enjoyable speech.